chairperson to give us an update. Thank you.
Thank you, Sangwani. Good evening. As promised, the Commission comes again with our fourth update for today to give an update on the polling process for the general election that took place today. We also wish to explain and provide more details on the results counting process that is in progress now. All the 15,148 polling stations managed to open and conducted polling successfully. As earlier communicated, all polling stations that had opened late were advised to extend polling by the equivalent period that they had lost. In the course of the polling process, we did not encounter any significant challenge that could have warranted an extension of polling to tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, the last polling station closed for polling at 8 p.m. as earlier indicated. So as of now, we can confirm that all polling stations throughout the country have closed. We had earlier on requested the media not to post any unofficial results until we give a cue. That time we called it a signal. We can now allow you to report on the unofficial results, but with caution that they should be presented with the usual disclaimer at the beginning and at the end, indicating that they are unofficial results and the official and verified results will be announced by the Malawi Electoral Commission. We are pleased to announce that vote counting commenced as soon as polling stations closed. As we have been communicating, vote counting is being done manually at the polling stations. No ballot box will be moved from the voting place to another location until the ballots have been counted. The Commission has no procedure for moving ballot boxes to another location for counting. Vote counting is being done by the same polling staff that have managed polling, and it is taking place in the presence of party and candidate representatives, accredited observers, and the media. Every person that is not accredited should not be present and is not allowed to be present during counting. At the same time, the Commission, in conjunction with the security agencies, has arranged for adequate security at every polling station. Therefore, we do not require anyone to volunteer their presence under the auspices of guarding ballot papers. Such overtures are not welcome. We are guaranteed the security by state security agencies who have been providing such security since we received our materials on 1st of September. To ensure adequate lighting, the Commission has deployed gas lamps and solar lamps to all polling stations. We have also worked hand in hand with the electricity companies, that is ESCOM and the GENCO, to ensure the strategic places for electoral operations are not affected. Vote counting is a continuous process under the law and runs uninterrupted. No ballot box is taken to a safe place for counting as indicated. All ballot boxes have to be counted and the results have to be signed for by the party representatives. Each political party and candidate representative will be given a signed copy of the result sheet. One result sheet for each election will also be posted on the wall or a prominent place where voting took place for the public to also appreciate the results of particular areas. We should also mention that for purposes of securing the result sheet signed at the polling station, the presiding officer will take an image of the result sheet using the biometric voter verification device and send it to the back end for our backup. This is like a repository for all results where it can be retrieved in case of any incidences. We should also mention that the taking of this image should not be confused with the capturing of the results into the result management system, which is a subsequent process altogether at the Constituency Tally Center. From the polling station, the signed result sheet will be taken to the constituency tally center, where results from all polling stations will be added for each candidate. Party and candidate representatives who wish to follow the presiding officer can do so, but they should use their own means. They cannot get into the same vehicles that will be used to transport our results. Caution should be taken that accreditation of party or candidate monitors for a polling station does not qualify them to access the constituency tally center, because different monitors were accredited for purposes of the constituency tally center being different from those who were deployed to polling stations. If monitors from polling stations have followed or escorted in courts results to the constituency tally center, they will not be welcome into the constituency tally center because they do not have accreditation for that place. Also, we are informing the public that vehicles carrying presiding officers with result sheets have routes which may cover several polling stations which are within the same locality. We will not change our routes because you are following our vehicles. Ladies and gentlemen, at the constituency tally center, the presiding officer will present the results from his or her station to the constituency returning officer in the presence of party and candidate representatives. The constituency returning officer will also compile a constituency tally for all the 3 elections, for which the party and candidate representatives will have to sign for and get a copy. Simultaneous to the manual tally will be the double-blind capturing of the results into the result management system by 2 clerks using the election management device. The data captured into the system will be printed for comparison with the manual tally and also for signing by party and candidate representatives. Then the constituency returning officer will authorize the results in the system. We should emphasize that at the constituency tally center, party agents will also get copies of the summaries compiled for their own records, while another will again be posted on the wall or a prominent place at the constituency tally center. When the constituency returning officer has concluded tallying all the results in the constituency, he will take all the results to the district tally center, where they will also compile the district summary for the presidential election in that council. We should mention that no summary is being done for the parliamentary and local government elections at the council level, because all tallying for those elections is concluded at the constituency level. The district returning officer will also transmit the final results to the national tally center. Please be informed that the political parties will sign the result sheet and, if they wish, also take a picture of the results. Just as at the polling and constituency tally center, each political party and candidate representative will be given a signed copy of the result sheet. The district returning officer will then bring all the physical records starting from the polling station level to the national tally center and present them to the commission. Allow us to emphasize that if a monitor or monitors refuse to sign the result sheet, this will not affect any decision on result transmission and indeed the determination of the results. And just to emphasize, the refusal by any monitor to sign the result sheets will not invalidate the said result. We are advising party and candidate representatives that if they have any issues, they should use the formal channels of registering grievances with the commission, like presenting a complaint at the polling station or respective tally center. Allow us now to talk about a fire incident at Manja Primary School in Blantyre. There was a fire incident at Manja Primary School whereby a gas lamp used for lighting burst into flames because of leakage before the actual vote counting started. The incident occurred around 4:50 p.m. and, as a standard practice, the gas lamp is lit before vote counting starts, even if there's enough sunlight, just to guarantee seamless transition of sources of light from sunlight to gas lamp without needing to pause vote counting to light the gas lamp. At around the time of the incident, the polling station operations officer happened to be inspecting the gas lamps to see how they were operating in readiness for vote counting when he discovered an irregular burning of the gas lamp in polling station 1. When people at the station were alerted, some made a mistake of trying to douse the fire with water, which further exacerbated the fire into a flame. The fire department was alerted. However, the people at the station had managed to contain the fire using sand. So far, we are pleased to report that there has been no human injury reported, and also all the polling materials and records are intact. As such, vote counting is taking place in another room at the same school. As we close, talk about the Iyembe ward. The Commission is still investigating the issue relating to the local government elections in Iyembe ward. The investigations are at an advanced stage. The candidates, voters, and indeed stakeholders will be informed of the outcome of this investigation and the implication on the local government elections in that ward. I thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Ndiloleni kuti ndifotokozenso muchichewa. Choyamba, timafuna tifotokoze kuti kuma polling station kwathu onse 15,148 tinakwanitsa kutsegula monga tinafotokozera mmawa